Hi, this is Shamrandi. So this video for life design topics is going to be about sleep cycle. A lot of persons, their sleep cycles have gotten really like thrown off. My personal experience is like my own challenge is which I find myself going through on a daily basis is like just jumping out of bed, right? But definitely when it comes to like going to bed the evening before, I think that a lot of people are having trouble with that. And so I'm going to make some recommendations. Now, it definitely includes something that you would need to take in or ingest or whatever the case may be. And I think it's almost like a personal when people when there could be a solution, right? And in the health kick world, it's like, oh, that's bad, don't use it. But in your reality, you're not on any health kick. Right? You're not on any health kick. You need that melatonin tonight. You need something that is available over the counter so you can really wind down and get your evening off to the right start and get yourself in your bed, okay? So it's when I say, in the health world, like for an instance, like coffee, so, coffee gets a negative, it gets a negative connotation, it gets a negative, like reputation. And it's something that it could just be so useful if it is used correctly and with intention. There it is. If it is used correctly and with intention, this is how it can be useful. Now, I'm going to tell you, when it comes to coffee, there's some coffee brands out there that I think that the makers, their intention was to get everybody like hooked on. There are some strong brands out there. There's some strains of Starbucks. There's Lazara. That's quite strong. And Nespresso. Oh my God. I think the closest thing I've ever had to a substance addiction was Nespresso coffee. I was working for the flagship of Crate and Barrel in New York at the time. And we, the household section where they would sell all the kitchen tools. I love a good kitchen tool. Ooh, that's such a good gift. I digress. But we were selling their machines. So because we were selling their machines and we were pushing them out, it's just given the salespersons more incentive to push it above maybe a Cuisinart coffee maker or something else, right? So Nespresso, I remember it took maybe a week, and I was like officially hooked. And I remember that moment. It's like the first time the thought comes to you after you've been using whatever, the coffee or whatever it is. It's like, wait a minute. No. This is too much for me. You gotta slow yourself down. And I had to go through an actual coffee withdrawal. I had to forcefully stop using it. I probably substituted my coffee for something else. I think I probably bought an extra hot chocolate or something like that, kept that in the refrigerator and then warmed it up. And then when I wanted something warm to drink or, something decadent and sweet and, earthy tasting, I went and I grabbed my chocolate drink. And that's what I did. But I got myself off of it. But I just remember being the word addiction. I am not addicted to anything. Okay, I'm a Gemini, for goodness sakes. I could love something today and then I could just really be okay with not loving it tomorrow or next week, right? So addiction is not my favorite. I don't like that. I don't like being addicted to any. I don't even like being addicted to a man. You know the kind, ladies. And then some of my mature ladies that call in, the kind that you was probably beating somebody up over years ago, or the kind that got you looking for him in the daytime with a flashlight, and gosh, maybe I missed him. Yeah, that's no good. that's no good. We don't want addiction isn't good, right? So It really is going to be about like, what are you using with intention? What time am I carving out to make sure that this can be a smooth transition for myself? I'm going to highly recommend that if you're trying to get in your bed by like 10:30, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, anywhere between that 10 and 11 p.m. hour. Let me also segue here. 10 p.m., there's something that chemically happens with our bodies that if we are not already in the position to go to bed, you are literally like you are resetting a timer that you can get a second wind. That second wind comes about 10 o'clock, okay? So I'm gonna say that your goal is to try to get in bed, you know, somewhere between 10 and midnight. So in that case, 8:30, we have to get very serious with our movements. That is, you know, cutting the girlfriend conversations a bit short. That is you know, maybe if you have a television, the older televisions, you can put it like on an automatic timer, or that's you paying attention to how much time there is in the show that you're watching, and then know that after this is finished, it's done. That is, if you have tea in your house, have yourself a little chamomile tea. 8 p.m. is also the time that you can, if you use melatonin gummies to go to bed, it comes in, you know, different forms. You can get them from me, okay? I love a melatonin gummy, okay? They have the ones with the CBD. You can get those from me. You reach out to me if you like, you can get that. But that's around the time you're gonna have your melatonin gummy, okay? Or your CBD with melatonin gummy. If you're using something that's over the counter from a store that is melatonin and it's like a 5 milligram, in each piece, and the serving size is 2, you're gonna have your first one 8 o'clock, about half an hour, 30, 45 minutes into that, you're gonna have your second one. You should already be showered, you know, you should probably already have your tea going. Like, we need to wind ourselves down, and that also like limits the social media. Yeah, like if I'm on social media late in the night, that's because it's like a bathroom break or something. But like, you know, you got to really like cut it down, and you have to make up your mind that you need to go to your bed, because I'm getting too many messages, direct messages. People are like, wait, I have a problem. Like I'm up late, I'm up all night. That's no good. You don't want to be up all night. It's just like a bad slope to the rest of your week or whatever else it is that you have going. You want to make sure that you're going and you're getting some rest. Even if you have to cut the rest short and, you know, you set the alarm and you get up super early, get up. It's not easy, I know, get up. Make yourself something lovely, go for a walk, you know, have a lovely cup of coffee, whatever. And then, you know, and then try to get like a nap in the afternoon. But it's really about getting your melatonin, considering other options of what it is that's available to you. Melatonin usually is coming in like a 3 milligram, 5 milligram, and then it also comes in a 10 milligram. Someone I know, they have purchased one, and it was from like, I don't know, one of those like big box stores, and it was like 10 milligrams. I was like, ooh, well, since you haven't been using it already, you know, just have one. Have one. See how rested you feel in about 30, 45 minutes. If you feel that you're still quite wired, then, you know, maybe break one in half and then have another one, but you need to go to bed, right? So get a handle on it. Cut the midnight naps short. If you went to bed terribly late, cut it short. Get up, have yourself something to drink your water first thing in the morning. There's a whole video about that. And then make sure that you get yourself like another nap. Now, if you're not able to get a nap midday, like around 11 a.m., 12 noon, you know, 1 o'clock, and you cannot get another nap in, then what you're going to need to do is, like, if last night we were able to get you in your bed soundly sleeping by 10:30, then you need to make sure that you're going to bed earlier. So your preparation is going to start earlier than 8 p.m. You're going to start at like 7, okay? And your goal is to get in your bed by 8:30 so you can get a full night rest. If you find yourself waking up super early in the morning, like 4:30 in the morning, and you think it's too early, think about, what can I get up right now to do? What would make me feel like Superwoman if by 9 a.m. I know that I have this done already? That is life changing. Knowing that you can get certain tasks done while the rest of the world is still quite still. Unfortunately, it's still quite dark at that time, so I'm not, I wouldn't tell you to go out there in the dark to go walking or whatever, but just give your day a great start. Like, I believe in a great morning start. It is life changing. It is like, what have I been doing with my life all this time? It's a great time to have, to give, adoration or dua, prayer, or worship, whatever. Like, it's a great time to do that. All right. So I hope that this video is helpful. Know that you're not alone with that. It is bothering tons of people, many professionals, some that are educators. Their lives were, really, an educator's life is really on a schedule, like a really, really tight schedule, right? They have to get to the school at the time when most parents are waking up for the day to get their kids together and all of that for school. So, some educators, they're having some trouble with it. People that, do heavy work, it's really affecting everybody, like right across the gamut, right? So make it your duty to prepare, or find a task that you enjoy that can help you prepare for bedtime. Or if you have a bathtub, get yourself a little soak going on. If you like to paint your nails first, I don't know, brush your hair, find some jazz, find a jazz concert or something to watch on YouTube, and or resort that time to getting some reading done right before bed. All right, so have a blessed one, have a peaceful day, and definitely share this video, and do like and subscribe on my YouTube channel, Providence Life Design. Have an amazing one. Take care.